We got Big Earl walking over here to join us here live on the shit show. welcome to the party, Big Earl.
Oh, glad to be here. How you doing, my brother?
Brother, I am doing good. Man. Been getting warmed up for you.
Well, I appreciate that. You looking good.
Well, I appreciate it.
If I was into guys, you'd be my boy right there.
Touche, my friend.
Yes.
Touche.
Yes.
Let's say just like Joe Biden over Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, all day long, because he ain't gonna remember it the next day.
He ain't gonna remember. I'll never forget that look he had on his face at the debate when Trump says he don't even know what he said.
Oh, he doesn't know shit. Whoops! I don't know what kind of radio is this.
We're live streaming. We're just on social media.
All right.
So we can cuss.
Well, I don't want to cuss. Somebody needs to get him out of here. Who that guy is? I'm not signing autographs right now, unless I got big old Hooters. No Hooters, no autograph. Well, he's got big enough ones. Come over here.
We can sign the Hooters. Sign the Hooters. Look, man, we got Big Earl here with us, man. Earl, you were well known as being the man down at the Flora-Bama Lounge. How did all that come about?
I needed a job 31 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was at a little music store hanging out playing guitar, and a guy come up and said, I know someone looking for a guitar player. And I started playing with a band down there. And then after that, I went out on my own. But I was in Nashville and had a record deal in the 90s, had some videos on CMT doing real music. And that didn't work out. I mean,
that's a hard nut to crack.
Yeah, after listening back at my stuff, I understand it wasn't that good. But I went back to school, and then went to the work at Flora-Bama during night. And I thought I'll work here a couple of months, and I loved it so much I've been there ever since.
Yeah, and so it was 31 years ago.
Yeah, and in January.
Now look, I mean, I've seen all the videos. I've seen you online, man. You've been on stage with some of the country musics, and I'm guessing rock music too. Just some of the biggest acts that could possibly come through there. Y'all had a hell of a time. I know y'all hosted Kenny Chesney. I saw you. I was watching a video before I came here showing my daughter who you were, and she's a huge Riley Green fan. So you're on stage with Riley Green. That's a cool dude. And just so many others. But it's one thing. So like I was telling you outside, I own nightclubs for about 15 years here in town. Been out of it about a decade now, and do not miss it. But all joking aside, but man, look, there's a difference in doing what you do. You're an entertainer, a legitimate entertainer, and the crowd has a good time when you're up there. You're telling jokes. You're having a good time. You're gonna write a "fuck around and find out" song later tonight. Perform it. I'm gonna hold you to that.
That's right.
We got this is what we call the "fuck around and found out" Grand Championship belt here.
Oh, I love that.
That was born on criminals that do dumb shit and get caught by the cops, and we give them the FAFO championship. So I figured I'd bring it out tonight. But look, man, there's a big difference in, like I said, people just get up and singing songs, and people that get up and actually entertain. And you get up there, you entertain.
I have fun. I mean, I want to be entertained when I go out. I mean, you might as well listen to a damn jukebox. I want to be entertained. I mean, I might go overboard sometimes. I had to go to court this year for the first time, but I won.
What happened?
Some dude was sucking on a straw in the front row, and I was making fun of him he was good. I mean, my wife could have learned some stuff. I mean, he knew what he was doing. And I told him how good he was and told him I'd take that ass behind the Waffle House. Well, apparently he was into guys, but it wasn't into me. And so they sued me and took me to court for harassment. And the judge pretty much threw it out. And I won. It was just stupid. People so sensitive now and offended.
Well, we know he was a Joe Biden voter.
Oh, he was. He probably got a picture of Biden and Nancy Pelosi up there tonguing each other on his wall.
So he couldn't take a joke. And what he got you for, like, harassment?
Yeah, but you know what? He laughed at everything else. My redneck jokes, he laughed at everything except when I made fun of him. And then he goes to the manager and says, I don't feel safe because Earl's a homophobe. And she said, I've been his friend for 30 years, and I'm a lesbian. He loves me. He had a lesbian bass player. He got gay brother-in-laws. And I told the guy, I said, listen, take off your Facebook post saying I'm a homophobe. I am an asshole, and we'll be good. And he wouldn't take it off, so I wrote a song about him. When it got to about 80,000 views in 2 days, he deleted everything.
I bet he did.
But he took me to court. But it was stupid, but he lost. And I hope the guy does all right in life, but he's got to get a little thinner. thicker skin.
Yeah, look, man. So I host a radio show every morning now, but talk radio, conservative. If you want to call it conservative talk radio, for lack of a better term, I call it reality radio. We just talk about everything.
Oh yeah.
And you got to have thick skin. When you put yourself out there and tell people what you think about everything, you got to be prepared to hear what people think about you.
Yeah.
And look, it's something I was prepared for after doing what I did for so many years. But it's fun, man. I enjoy it. I enjoy messing with people. And I enjoy getting messed with.
I do it. Hey, listen, I take it as much as anybody, as much as I dish it out. But I have fun. It's all in fun. And listen, in 30 years, I only had one complaint. That's not too bad.
No, that's not enough. We got to get your resume up a little bit.
I don't feel like I'm doing my job.
Get a couple more checks by your name. I don't think you're gonna get any complaints out here at Shuckers. You're amongst like-minded individuals here in Ridgeland, Mississippi.
Oh, we had a ball last time I played you.
Yeah, I missed it, but when they hollered at me last week about being a part of this, I said, shut up and take my money. Can I pay you to promote this? I was like, let me get on out here, man. I wanted to be a part of this. Like I said, I went down to, I was telling you, I'd never been to Flora-Bama before just because of work and working the weekends like we were talking about, and just never made it down there until about a month or so ago. And man, I had one of the best times of my life. And when they said you were going to be up here, and I don't even know if you were playing that night, it don't matter, but they just said Flora-Bama. I was having such a good time. I'm like, we're bringing any of that energy up here. I want to be a part of it. And what can people expect from Big Earl and the Sexual Chocolates show tonight?
Well, you said sexual chocolate. That's how we got our name, Sexual Biscuits, with some sexual biscuits. Chocolate. That's how we got the name, though.
I'm sorry. I've been saying chocolate for the last
My wife did the same thing. It's like they go, I said, how? And I love that movie, Sexual Chocolate. I said, let's be the Sexual Biscuits.
Yes. Yeah, my bad. I even put it on Put it in my live feed thing. I was like, Sexual Chocolates.
Well, I do
from South Park or something.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But we do a lot of stuff. I got a lot of songs about making out with farm animals. I'm from Arkansas. You're right, what you know about making out with your cousins and sisters and mama and everybody else.
We spent a lot of time in Alabama. Roll Tide.
Yeah, I know.
They know all about the cousins thing.
I got one right now. It's taking off on TikTok. I think there's about 7,000 videos using it right now. Get out of the left lane, you stupid son bitch. That seems to be doing. I'm making hundreds of dollars a year now.
TikTok dangles that little carrot over my head too. And speaking of the left lane, I was driving to the radio station this morning. There's nothing like sitting back a little bit and watching an asshole go the speed limit in the left lane at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
everybody, well, there really ain't a speed limit at 6:30 in the morning. Speed limit don't kick in until about 7:30.
Yeah.
So when you decide to be an asshole riding the left lane, so I watched about 37 wrecks almost happen this morning. It's like I'm just gonna stay far enough back that I can hit my brakes and avoid this shit show if it does pop off. And I'm still amazed that I didn't watch a 20-car pile up.
Oh, they'll do it. I mean, they get in the left lane and think, I'm driving the speed limit. I don't care if there's 40 cars on my ass. Get the hell over. Some people got to go to work. I got to go get me a beer. I mean, get over. The left lane is the passing lane.
It is. And the thing that kills me is like people think that because they're going 80, that I don't want to go 90.
I know you do, because I do.
Yeah.
I'm on tour this week, baby. We're in Greenwood tomorrow. It's grueling trying to do 2 shows in 48 hours. You can't imagine doing 2 shows over the weekend and got to get back to Orange Beach. That is grueling. You have no idea. Okay, maybe it's not grueling, but I call it on tour. If we do 2 shows in a row, it's tour. And I had to pull a damn U-Haul trailer behind me. And I'm doing 75 and 80 in a U-Haul trailer. I got to go. I got hemorrhoids. I can't be out on the road all damn day.
Well, I'm on tour this weekend. Then I got this, and then I got 2 live remotes tomorrow. Hell, I'm on tour.
I don't know how you're going to do it.
I don't either. I'm not that interesting for one thing. So I don't know how the hell I'm going to keep talking. I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. I'm trying to avoid going straight to politics. Now, I can do the politics and this Joe Biden stuff and Donald Trump stuff. Well, the time I wake up, the time I go to sleep.
All right, look here. I'm going to ask you, for real, be honest. Who do you think's going to win?
Well, do I think legitimately? I think Trump wins. Now, does that how it pans out when they get through counting the votes?
Yeah. Well, he got to win by a landslide in order. He got to win enough to where you can't cheat.
Too big to rig, as they keep saying, right?
About it, yeah.
I think that's their little saying. Got to make it too big to rig. I agree because, man, I've even got some Democrat friends, 1 or 2, and they don't even understand what's going on with this Kamala Harris stuff. They're like, man, this is the worst candidate we've ever seen. And I'm just glad. I got a co-host. He's a Democrat. He comes on 2 days a week with me. One of my good friends. And I just I like to pile on him a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Not the typical kind of piling on male Democrats like, but I like to pile on him a little bit. And he's like, what do you want me to do? Defend this shit? He goes, I can't. He's like, they're terrible.
The bottom line is, I don't care who it is. I was a whole lot, me personally, I did a whole lot better financially about 3 or 4 years ago. You know what I mean? 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I was doing
Even
a whole
if you
lot
were making
better
the
now.
same amount of money, you were doing better financially.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So I don't buy groceries very much. And I had my wife do it, and she was bitching about it. So she found some old stuff from last year, 2 years ago on credit card bills. How much groceries are going up? Had no idea.
There's
She
a
got to quit eating so damn much.
there was a meme, or not a meme. I call everything a meme now. If it's got a picture and words on it, it's a meme. But there was a post going around on social media. I guess in the Walmart app, you can go in and reorder your groceries from your last time, or look at previous orders.
Oh yeah.
Look at your history. And this guy went in and picked something from 2019, and then today, and same exact order, and it was like over $100 more or something crazy like that for the same items, just from 3 years apart.
And we're still making the same money. And I will tell you, I'm voting for Trump because I think he's a better candidate. Number one, but the biggest number one reason is because his wife is hot. I mean, who wants to look at Kamala and that geezer head she's with? I want to look at Trump's woman. She is hot as hell.
Look, I forget the guy's name. He's the head coach out at Penn State now. He was at James Franklin. He was at Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah.
You know, he had a rule about hiring assistant coaches because they got to be able to recruit. They got to be closers. He would not hire a guy with an ugly wife. You got to be a closer.
Man.
You got to be a closer.
Well, Trump's a closer, baby.
Look, I spent 12 years in the car business, and that burned in the back of my brain a little bit. Especially if it's an ugly guy and he's got a hot wife, he's a closer.
Oh yeah.
He can outkick his coverage. He can sell a damn car.
Oh, you're right.
You know, Trump's obviously a closer. You know, the whole book, you know, the art of the deal, all that. Dating is no different.
Man.
I mean, you're selling yourself.
I wouldn't be able to sell shit. My wife's ugly as hell, but she got great health care. She got great health
good benefits. And I'm sure you keep her laughing. So it just works out for the best of both.
No, I definitely outkicked my coverage. I tell you that.
No, look, I consistently outkick mine. I can't keep one for long, but I mean, they start figuring out that I'm more show than go.
Well, here's my thing right now. My wife is on a girls' trip in Charleston, South Carolina this weekend, and I'm up here playing in Mississippi. I know there's some hot women in Mississippi. Better be some desperate hot women, nothing to live for, because I got a rule. If I'm out of state, I can, get a little frisky on the side. My wife's not aware of that rule, but
it's still different outside area codes thing, right?
Yeah, well, it's really outside the neighborhood.
Because, I mean, look, if that's the deal, I'd just go down and get me a damn out-of-state phone. Like, different area code.
Dude, I'm not losing my health care. Piss on that.
No, you can't afford to right now.
Not with all the medical problems I got. Sleep apnea, erectile dysfunction, hemorrhoids, gout, dry eyes.
Do you really have gout?
Yeah, I got gout.
All joking aside.
I sleep apnea.
I have gout, too.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, I cut, other than some beer.
I see you drinking beer.
I cut 90% of the sugar out of my diet, though. And they talk about all the steak and shrimp and all that stuff. I say as much of that as I want to. I live on a carnivore diet mainly. I cut all that sugar and shit out of my diet, and I ain't had a gout flare up in 3 years.
Really?
Yep.
But who in the hell wants to cut sugar out of their diet?
Man, look, I tell you what, after I wanted to cut my foot off,
oh yeah,
it hurt so bad. The sugar was the least of my concerns.
I had it so bad I didn't want the fan blowing on it. If the sheet went on, it hurt so bad.
I tell people about it. Try putting a sock on.
It gets so big, and I will tell you this. I don't want to be gross, but I always wish that I could get gout in my tallywhacker just one time, long enough to take a picture, and then it goes.
all that inflammation, we'll call it. Yeah, look, man. I tried to explain to people. The first time I got it, I didn't know what I had. I went through a drug phase about 15. Towards the end of my nightclub career, just kind of fell off the deep end. That's why I'm not in the nightclub business anymore. Mm-hmm. And, I thought, man, I done got some bad dope. It's gonna make my foot fall off. And I remember calling my mama, and I said, I gotta go to the emergency room. I was pulling myself across the floor because I couldn't walk, couldn't hobble, couldn't do anything. And they got there, they hooked me up to some kind of liquid antibiotic and explained to me what gout was. And I've had several more outbreaks, but the first two were the worst most pain I've ever had in my life.
I'm telling you what, it hurts like a sumbitch. Yep. People don't think it is, but it hurts bad. I hadn't had a flare up in a while, but the doctor told me, he said, you need to quit drinking beer and eating shrimp. I said, I live on the coast.
Yeah.
I love shrimp and I love beer.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, so I went to vodka and Fireball.
Yeah, no, I'm a Fireball guy.
And eating every other thing else I get my hands on.
I don't eat shrimp too much anymore. I mean, occasionally I'll get a little add-on with my steak or something.
Yeah.
But I do try to avoid the shrimp. But I tell you, they was cutting the carbs out more than anything. They just changed. I say the carbs, the sugar, whatever you want to call it. Just
Maybe
the excess, soft drinks, all that crap. And it made a difference. I mean, I got thinking about it the other day because I keep a bottle of that colchicine.
Oh, yeah, I do. I have that.
And I mean, I've got that allopurinol. We sound like two old men right here, don't we?
Yeah, I know.
But talking about our gout, y'all get a shot. Y'all make sure to get out to Shuckers tonight, fellow gouties. Yeah. And you're amongst your people.
We got free gout meds coming in the door.
But they gave me that allopurinol. I said, you got to take this every day. I was like, I ain't taking anything every day. I'll just change how I live my life where I take a damn pill every day.
Yeah.
I guess it's like a preventative. But that colchicine, man, it's the strongest antibiotic, or not antibiotic, anti-inflammatory I think out there, because A, it ain't cheap, and B, it'll knock that gout out in a couple hours. So it's got to be doing something.
Well, I don't take allopurinol every day because I take so much other shit, but I'm still hot. I mean, I'm 63 years old. I look good. I know. I look damn good for my age.
You look damn good for your age. And look, the gout thing is serious. I like to talk about it because rarely do I ever get anybody else who would damn admit they got gout. And so whenever I get somebody, I'm like, shit.
What about that damn sleep apnea? You have it?
Man, I'm blessed. I hadn't had sleep apnea.
Well, I do. You try putting a mask on and making love with a mask on. I mean, my wife's into it now, but for a long time she wasn't into that.
Well, I had diverticulitis. So I got maybe, I don't know, one up in you, but just comparatively
you one up,
speaking,
man. I never had that.
I had diverticulitis and my colon ruptured, and I had to have a colostomy bag for 3 months. Making love with a colostomy bag is a whole nother thing you don't want to have to experience.
I don't know why I'm getting horny right now, but just picturing that, I kind of.
My coworkers at the time thought it would be funny. I don't know if I told them, because once you start talking about certain words, your phone hears you.
Oh yeah, so I know it does.
I was talking about colostomy. Next thing you know, on my Facebook feed, this is not a joke. There's a dating website called colostomate.com. I guess for people who have colostomy bags.
Yeah.
Swear to God. So there's colostomate.com. And I was like, I'm sorry, I ain't banging colostomy bags together. We just ain't doing it. But my buddies at the car dealership would always leave my computer screen up on Colostomate for me.
That's some sick shit, right?
It is, literally.
I mean, if they're hot, I'd still do them. I mean, you know what I mean?
Leave your shirt on.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be that bad. But,
you're right. Your phone does hear, and it does pull up. I don't care what anybody says. I was talking about midget porn about a week ago with my buddy.
Yeah.
And I'd be damned if it didn't pull up on my phone.
Man, every time I talk about dick pills, my phone is showing me every damn one that's offered online or on the interwebs, and different kind of CBDs, fart, and everything else. I don't want anybody else to see my Google search history or apparently my Facebook timeline anymore, because they're gonna know every weird thing I'm into.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, my age, I'm into anything. I tell you what, but we might have a lot of problems. I got a lot of problems, mate, but I still feel good. I feel good. I like getting up in the morning. Life is good.
Yeah, I mean, with all the things going on in the world and having health struggles in the past, I'm with you. Or I feel better than I've ever. Well, I feel better than I've ever felt at 47 years old.
Yeah.
And I've lost a ton of weight here lately, and just living as right as I can. It's like right as I'm going to anyway. I don't want to live so right that I don't have fun.
Oh, you got to have fun. I used to teach cardiac ultrasound to college kids for years, and I tell them, have fun. One day you're going to wake up dead. And that's how DED. That's how simple it is.
Make that little dash count on that tombstone.
Oh, you're right. Didn't think about that.
The little dash there. So it's the smallest little etching on the damn tombstone, but that's your life in that little dash.
It is. Well, we're going to have fun tonight. You get that ass down here at Shuckers. We're going to have fun, and I guarantee it'll take off 6 months off your life.
I'll be disappointed if it don't take any more than that. Earl, you go on at 6, right?
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
How long are you playing for?
I'm going to do, I'm supposed to do a couple hours. We're going to play for an hour. Then another band going to play. These guys are good.
Bubba Wingfield?
Yeah,
they're great.
Really good. And then we're going to play after them a little while. So we might be here quite a while.
Okay, so I'm going to rotate a little bit.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have, I want to have fun. I mean, I love playing up here.
Well, I had a few people ask me, man, it's starting at 6. That's awfully early. I was like, well, it's for us damn old folks. But I like that concept, kind of rotating it around a little bit, give folks time to get in and check it out.
We'll be here to 10 o'clock playing by rotating.
Good deal.
By rotating. I won't be playing the whole time. We'll be swapping sets. I think he's playing 30 minutes and I'm playing an hour.
I dig it.
Something like that.
I dig it. Well, look, man, tickets are available at the door. It looks like from the crowd pulling on in here, the doors have apparently opened.
Yeah, they have, and they said selling a lot of tickets. So.
They did. They told me how many we had moved since the advertising or whatever started, and good, because we want you guys to come out here. So it's on the patio tonight too. I want to make sure I emphasize that, because they got Hurricane that's going to be playing on the late night inside.
Okay.
Good 80s cover band. So that'll be inside. They'll go to 2 a.m. or so, and then you guys are out on the big deck. And
I like that.
The big deck. Look, I got a sponsor on the radio show that is just a general contractor, builds decks and just everything else. And I jokingly, there's a lot of overtly sexual jokes on my show, as much as you can get on FM in the morning times, right? Yeah. And I'm like, get you a big deck energy. I'm like, somebody that builds decks, there's $1 million marketing term for you, marketing slogan right there for you, big deck energy.
Yeah, got the biggest deck in town.
Biggest deck in town. Well, look, Shuckers does have one of the biggest decks in town. And if you get gout in your wiener, you may too. It all starts here tonight at Shuckers. Doors are open now. Tickets are $35 at the door. Going to be worth every penny. Hell, if you bought a $5 ticket on Ticketmaster, it'd be $35 by the time you got through paying for it. So,
Probably more than that.
So don't complain about the price. It's going to be worth it.
Now we're not worth $35, but we have somebody else playing with us, and it brings it up to $35.
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, there you go. That's worth every bit of that.
I should be paying y'all to come. But
yeah, I know. Hey, but I will say once again, before I get out of here, I really wish some of you ladies that are desperate as hell, don't have a man, nothing to live for, thinking about suicide, come out tonight and holler at me and the boys of the band. We're up for anything.
Try anything once?
One time, 2 times,
maybe 3.
One time at band camp.
A different time in every area.
I know.
I was in Jackson last night. We're in Grenada tonight, or Greenville tonight.
Yeah.
Earl, appreciate you, brother, man. Looking forward to it, man. Appreciate you jumping on with us. It's going to be a good old time tonight, man. Y'all get on out here. I'm going to sign off and get my gear out of here. Wanted to make sure that we got to sit down and talk to Earl. And, man, maybe we can bring this shit show down to the Flora-Bama sometime and set up and have a good time.
You come down anytime. We're going to have a ball.
But look, I know it. Like I said, I've never been to mullet toss, so it's circled.
Oh, that's some crazy shit right there. You better hydrate up, baby, if you get out there.
Oh, 100%. I'm a professional. I'll get the damn IVs and everything.
Yeah, well, I'm doing that.
The banana bags and all that. Like,
I hate to say I'm doing that.
Well, I mean, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but like I went out. My birthday was mid-August, and I went over to this place. I didn't even know we had it here. I've done it other places. I had Googling that morning. I'm like, where can I get a hydration drip? And I found this place, and I walked in there, and they told me how much it was. Yeah. Well, I said, you know what? I told myself, Clay, tomorrow when you feel like death has become you, and you say, I would have paid anything, just do it and get it over with. Just do it.
That's what you got to do.
Get it over. I tried to tell them, let me just trade it out and talk about y'all on the radio.
Yeah.
I couldn't close them.
Couldn't close them?
Couldn't close them.
You should have brought a good-looking woman with you.
I should have.
I know.
I should have. I was not a closer on that day. All right, man, we're going to sign on out of here. Y'all get out Shuckers, Ridgeland, on the reservoir tonight. Doors are open. The festivities start around, I guess Bubba's going to go on around 5:30 or 6. We're going to start it.
I think he's going on like 4:30.
4:30, a little earlier. Yeah. Even better, man. So good times are rolling here at Shuckers on the Res. And look, man, they don't close to 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's resort status out here, only place in Ridgeland. So you want to hang out on this side of the reservoir, it's Shuckers after midnight anyway. So
let's go, baby. I'm ready. Thanks for
Big
having
Earl
me.
and the sexual biscuits.
That's it.
Not chocolates. Hey, call them whatever you want. Just don't call them collect. Be good, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you.